got a race this week.
It is 9 days. Next hero session, 9 days from today. Just holding back, saving up energy for the hero session.
And my love for you.
Is this one of your favorite races?
Yeah, I think this is my 10th time, something like that, going here, if you include the Ironmans and the 70.3s. So I know I would say the course very well. I can visualize every turn, every little hill, and I've had some good battles here. I've also had some bad ones in Ironman in particular. So yeah, for me, I'm looking at this race, I did the best I could. I pushed my injury as quick as I could, the recovery. Hi, sweetheart. And, I was 4 weeks completely off swimming. Then I slowly eased back in for a week, and then swam a fairly normal week with no intensity. You can't have too much expectations on yourself. I did have a very broad base from the beginning of the season. I know when the gun goes that I love racing, and I haven't done any hero sessions other than Oceanside, and so I'm excited to do one in Mont-Tremblant. If it's good for the win, it's good for the win. If it's good for 10th, it's good for 10th. I did the best I could, truly the best I could. Come back to my roots. I've done pretty well all indoor training. Back swimming with coach at Aqua Bears. And so, yeah, I'm optimistic.
What is the workout today?
Easy, 3 hours, easy. And then, get this, such a weird workout. 5K at 70.3 race pace off the bike. 5K easy.
You're doing a brick.
Brick workout.
You never do bricks anymore.
Yeah, I do one. One brick, 1 week out from the race. Now.
Will you wear your carbons?
I'm even gonna put carbons on for it. It's gonna be crazy. I might run 1640 for a 5K, maybe.
You open it with the hard effort, or you close it with the hard effort?
You open it right off the bike with the hard effort.
3 hours. You biked 3 hours yesterday.
I did. I bike 3 hours every day, minimum.
No, are you being serious? Is that a joke?
Not Thursday. Thursday, that's recovery day. I don't ride the bike.
So in the past, with all your training, you always have a lull at hour 3 in an Ironman, right?
Yeah, so now I'll have it at 3:05 because I'll be like, don't feel the first 3 hours, then burn through all my energy, and I'll have a lull at 3:05. Yeah, you've got to ride the bike a lot. The bike takes 50% or more of the Ironman and the 70.3, so you have to ride the bike a lot. It's extremely time consuming. It's also probably why I didn't really ride the bike much. Instead, especially, in the not so distant past, I went more with let's ride the bike less and do high intensity intervals, which you can see my thinking in those sprint distance, Olympic distance videos that we made of how to train. Swim, biking, and running, it's the foundation. With certainty, there's no debate there. So if you're not doing a lot of that, then you're missing an extremely important part, and I think it also probably lends explanation as to why I've not been super consistent in Ironmans. Well, I actually have been consistent in Ironmans, just not hot Ironmans. And what's the number one insulator against heat, stress, and keeping your core temperature managed is aerobic fitness. And I probably have lacked the bottom end of aerobic fitness. I've had very good FTPs over the years. Good high end for the most part, good moderate, not high end, but good moderate 1 hour type effort I've been good at across the bike and the run anyway. And you can get really good at that. Pretty good, not as good as you could be, but really good at it through just doing lots of, 4 by 10 minutes, 4 by 15 minutes, 3 by 20 minutes on the run, 4 by 3K, 5 by 2K. And so you can get pretty good. But if you're not doing the 3-4 hour rides as well, then you're missing a whole piece of the puzzle. And so I think that's why, one of the reasons why I've been shit in the heat, really shit in the heat. My heat stress right now is at 0. It's already 3rd week of June. So it's like living in Canada, just the opposite. But once I've rediscovered indoor training, as I have now, I'm like, oh, I'm never going outside again. I'll go outside for like race specific stuff, you know, when we get close to a race. Like a bike handling, if it's like a technical course, something like that, go out, do some practice. Even hills, I mean, you can do great hill sessions. I would borderline say you can do better hill sessions on a treadmill because then you don't have the downs. Though the downs are its own stress, but it's just too stressful. So, once you go indoor training, you mentally, the challenge is mentally wrapping your head around riding and running. You know, I'm spending over 20 hours a week in here.
What about controlling your environment?
Oh, environmental control. I mean, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
How so?
The environment is the exact same every single day. It's going to be 68 degrees, and now I'm operating at about 50% humidity. Every single day, it's exactly the same.
So you're able to...
I have a better perception of how I feel, because that's the number one thing. How do I feel? I need my gloves. You can't ride the indoor trainer without your gloves on.
So every day you're able to know how your body feels because you're in the same conditions.
Well, we've taken one of the variables out that affects how you feel. So if I go outside today, I mean, it's like, if I was going outside right now, it'd be stupid, but it's already probably 95 degrees, UV index of probably 8, and then only gets worse. So, I mean, that's just gonna, of course you're gonna feel horrible. It's gonna be 105 before you know it. So, I mean, these are all things that, if you live in a more temperate environment, without insane shifts, are probably not huge. But yeah, some days it's really windy, and it's just a stressor, and you can manage it, of course, but it's a lot easier to manage here because I know exactly what my environmental stress is. Well,
what was your time?
Pardon?
What was your 5K time?
Oh, whopping 16:36.
Is that what you wanted?
I couldn't care less. Just listen to the body, my friend. Don't care. You know what you should do?
What?
Listen to your body. Was that the right intensity? 100%. How can you tell? Well, I got track hat. So that was a race. That was a race level effort. It was supposed to be zone 3, knocking on bottom zone 4. So I would say that's good. Heart rate crazy low. Irrelevant. Pace irrelevant. You know what's relevant? What happens in my hero session 10 days from today. That's what's relevant. This is training. This is training what we're doing here. This is not this is not how I make a living. I make a living on 10 days from today. Doesn't matter what your heart rate is, doesn't matter what your power is, doesn't matter what your pace is today. What matters is 10 days from today. So 16:36 on a treadmill, whatever, doesn't matter. It's all about consistency and listening to your body day in, day out. It's that simple.
Do you think that was Morgan Pearson's zone 2?
Absolutely. Morgan Pearson's heart rate's probably 110 beats at that pace.
All right, now what's the cool down? Another
5K
5?
easy. 5K zone 1 to 2.
Well, your season got derailed a little bit. Where are we going to see you at the rest of the year?
I mean, it didn't really get derailed at all. I always look for the silver lining. And if I'm being honest, this injury was the best thing that could have happened. Now, I'm absorbing the shit out of this training because I've learned to trust my body, trust what I'm feeling. And it sounds pretty basic, pretty novice, but well, I've proven to myself that I can literally just train myself to the point where a freaking bone will snap on the couch. So if you just deny yourself, I can deny myself, no problem, for long periods of time. And I just don't think that that's what the best guys in the world are doing. You have to remember, I've never been the best in the world. I've been trying to be the best in the world, and I've tried like a million different things to try and be the best in the world, and I've come up short. So I don't really have the experiential knowledge to say this is what you have to do to become the best in the world. And so, there's a lot of insecurity there, and there's like ignorance too. But I'm learning a lot. I'm working with a great team. I'm learning a lot of what it takes to be the best in the world, and pretty confident now that what it takes to be the best in the world is definitely not to deny yourself and to deny what you're feeling and experiencing inside. In fact, I would almost say that is what's barring you from becoming the best in the world. That kind of an attitude. So, yeah, I think it was a blessing to get injured, and I think I'm going to be better because of the injury. Literally, the season's going to go better than it would have had I not got injured.
You itching to race?
I love racing, and I'm tired right now. I'm deep in it. It's week 4 straight, big weeks, really big weeks. Some of the best weeks I've done in probably, you know, I would say maybe 8 years. So I'm a bit tired now, but when I freshen up, oh yeah, I'm gonna be pretty crazy for sure. I'm excited.